Joel, you've been pretty consistent maybe the whole season in terms of your production, assists, rebounds, shooting percentage. And what do you really attribute to that? Obviously, other than like the hard work you put in, is there anything that's really clicking for you in these games and how you operate in the offense?
I just think it's just being confident. I think that's the biggest thing. And then also, I mean, I went through my freshman year and I kind of learned the system. So, with knowing, you know, what to do and just not going out there just thinking all the time, I think that was the biggest thing this year. And that's what I credit to, is just being confident and knowing, you know, what I need to do as a point guard.
Does it help to kind of play alongside Marcus and kind of be under his tutelage or whatever?
I think so. Like I've always said, Marcus is a great player, and he's a key part of our offense and just our team. And so with him being out there on the court, it kind of opened up things for myself and some of the other players. So playing alongside Marcus, I mean, he's great because he's such a great competitor and he just wants to win. So, you know, he just does whatever it takes to, you know, help our team.
This past off season, was there a set number of shots from the perimeter you got up a day or a week that you kept track of?
I didn't keep track of it, but Coach Davis challenged us with the Michigan drill, which is you do 3 threes and then 1 pull-up jumper for 5 minutes. And I think that was the biggest thing that helped me out this summer, was doing that drill a lot, because it was just consistent shooting for 5 minutes. So.
Joel, even though Marcus is struggling right now with his shot, how does he help you in ways that fans or people like us even might not realize watching the game, in terms of giving you opportunities maybe that you might not have otherwise?
Right. People don't see just how much of a leader Marcus is, even though he's going through a little slump right now. Like I've always said, he helps us out a lot. And I think it's because he's more of a vocal leader this year. I mean, he's been through the system for 4 years, so it kind of, you know, it kind of helps me out with, I mean, whether it's play calling or, you know, knowing different situations. Marcus is always prepared for that, and that helps me out. So, even, like I said, even though he's going through a bad stretch right now, I mean, his leadership is what helped us.
Do you feel like you get more overlooks too, maybe because of defenses even still paying attention to him? Like Coach mentioned that play that I think it was
Justin,
the Virginia Tech game where the 2 defenders went with him when you guys crossed. Like examples like that where defenses are still kind of really paying attention to him and opens things up.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. You know, even though he's not shooting the ball well, I mean, with him just being out there on the court, it helps us because, like you said, people try to stop him from getting the ball, and they kind of lose focus with, you know, all the other guys out on the court. And so, like, at the end of the game at the Virginia Tech, when Justin got that wide open layup, they were Marcus was coming off a screen, and they tried to double team him, and Justin was wide open. So that's why when he's out on the court, we try to screen for him a lot. I know we haven't done a great job of that, but it helps us out because then the defense tries to focus on him not getting the ball off the ball screen, or off the down screen, and then, you know, it opened up doors for the other guys. So.
You guys haven't shot the ball the way you wanted to the last 3 games compared to before. And do you sense anything with confidence with some of the guys trying to figure things out with their shot, or is it kind of a feeling of it'll come, you just stay with it? I mean, what's the mentality, do you think?
Just staying with it, and it'll come. Marcus is a great shooter. Justin's a great shooter. Even though I've knocked down a couple of shots, I haven't been shooting to my potential. And so, like we always said, once those shots start falling, I mean, it's gonna be trouble for a lot of teams because the shots that we've taken aren't bad shots. Marcus had he was wide open in some of the cases last game, and you know, usually he's always taking a shot with a hand in his face or something, but I mean, those shots that he missed, they were wide open. So once those start falling, I mean, like I said, it's going to be trouble for teams. So.
Coach has talked a couple of times in interviews with us about the schedule being a little backloaded in the sense that the upper half of the league just fills your February schedule. Are the guys aware of that? I mean, I know you have a game this weekend, but that stretch is going to get a lot tougher for the final month.
I think so. We got Louisville coming up, and we got Notre Dame. So, you know, I mean, we're aware of it, but I mean, at the same time, the way the season's been going, I mean, you know, teams like Georgia Tech and Virginia Tech, they haven't been doing as well, you know, the last couple of years. But I mean, this year, they've been competing, you know, they're up there with us and Louisville and all of the teams at the top. So it's kind of like, even though we have like a heavy backload, I think the games that we've played, they kind of helped us just because, you know, those teams have been getting better the last couple of years. So.
Do you guys think, though, it's gonna get tougher? I mean, the schedule in February, I mean, or is it just, you don't really think about it?
We don't necessarily think about it. I think it's just, you know, we know what's coming up and we know what we have to do. This next coming game, so I don't think it's necessarily a thing where we're worried about it. We just have to continue to, you know, continue to play and hopefully, you know, those jump shots will start going in.
Has there been any challenge in maintaining a rhythm with kind of the weirdness of the schedule in terms of like, you guys have a week off this past week for the second time, and then some clustering of games, like a Saturday, Monday type thing? Does that present challenges at all in terms of maintaining a rhythm?
I think so, and just with being healthy, you know, guys are, you know, those little aches and pains that you have, you know, having those games so close to one another. But I mean, with the week in between the games, I think it kind of helps us because we get a chance to get our legs and do some stuff outside or off the court to be able to help our bodies. So, and then also with the shooting, you know, we kind of get a chance to stay after practice more and get some shots up. So I think with the week stretch, I mean, we don't want to do that, but I mean, I don't think it affects us. So.
Joel, you had 12 turnovers first 4 games of the year, 3 total the last 4 games. Does that speak to kind of the maturation process, and what has kind of changed for you?
I think so. Just trying to value the ball. That's the most important thing, is being a point guard. And every time we go down the court, we always want to get a shot. And if I'm turning over the ball, you know, that doesn't give us the opportunity to be able to get a shot. So, you know, I just try to value the ball more, be more aware of what I'm doing with it, and just trying to make the simple play instead of trying to make the home run play. So that's the biggest thing this year. And then also just being aware of defenders and how they play. And I think that's just being just getting lost in the game and knowing, you know, how defenders like to jump in the passing lanes and stuff like that.
Is there somewhat of an art form to realizing what's too risky of a play to try?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think it's like common sense. If someone's just standing right there and you know they're a quick player, you know you can't make that pass. Or if you have a big guy that has long arms, you know you can't make that pass either. Or, I mean, most of my turnovers probably came from trying to make a post entry pass, and just knowing if I can't see my big guy's number, you know, I'm not gonna pass that because at the end of the day that would be a turnover on me. So just things like that.
Has Coach said anything to you with Marcus and Justin struggling as much as they have about being more aggressive and taking more shots and kind of filling that offensive gap?
No, they haven't. Just they tell me to just keep playing my game, and if I have an open shot, you know, just take it. But he hasn't been stressing anything about, you know, taking more shots or being more aggressive. I think it's just, at the end of the day, coach only cares about us winning, and whoever, you know, is that player for that game, you know, that's it. But at the end of the day, you know, he just cares about getting a win. So.
Another 1 or 2, he's got to go.
All right, thanks, Joel.
Yes, Joel.